He walked into an airport, a place of arrivals and departures, a hub of human connection. But for one young man, it became the last place he was ever seen. This is the chilling story of Lars Mittank, a case that begins with a holiday brawl and ends with a sprint into oblivion, all captured on CCTV. It was July 2014. 28-year-old Lars Mittank from Germany was on a summer trip with friends in Golden Sands, Bulgaria, a popular resort town on the Black Sea coast. The trip was like any other: sun, sand, and good times. But on their last night, things took a dark turn. Lars became involved in an argument with other tourists, which later escalated into a physical altercation. He was hit in the head, resulting in a ruptured eardrum. When his friends were ready to fly home the next day, Lars's doctor advised him against flying due to the ear injury. The change in cabin pressure could cause further damage. So his friends left, and Lars stayed behind, alone. He told his friends he was fine and that he would just catch a later flight. He checked into a cheap hotel for the night, and this is where his behavior started to become strange. That night, Lars called his mother in Germany. His voice was low, panicked, paranoid. He whispered on the phone, telling her that 4 men were trying to hurt or rob him and that she should cancel his credit cards. He said he had found a place to hide. He was clearly distressed, but it was difficult for his mother, thousands of miles away, to understand what was really happening. Was he still suffering from the concussion from the fight? Was something else going on? The hotel he was staying in was known to be in a rougher part of town, but the men he described were never identified. The next morning, July 8, 2014, Lars seemed to have calmed down slightly. He took a taxi to Varna Airport, hoping to finally fly home. He texted his mother from the taxi, telling her he had made it to the airport. This message would be the last she ever received from him. At the airport, Lars went to see the airport doctor for a final checkup, to get clearance to fly. Everything seemed to be proceeding as normal. He was just another traveler, trying to get home. And this is where the mystery deepens, captured frame by frame on the airport's security cameras. While Lars was in the consultation room with the doctor, a man in work-style clothing entered the area near the medical office. We don't know who this man was or why he was there, but for some reason, his presence seemed to trigger an extreme reaction in Lars. Suddenly, as seen on the footage, Lars bolts from the doctor's office. He doesn't grab his wallet, his phone, or his large backpack containing his passport and other belongings. He just runs. The CCTV footage is haunting. It shows Lars sprinting through the airport terminal, a look of sheer terror on his face. He doesn't stop. He runs past check-in counters, past confused travelers, past security. He doesn't run towards an exit in the conventional sense. Instead, he runs as if he's being chased by an unseen force, a demon only he can see. His desperate flight doesn't end inside the airport. He bursts out of the main entrance and continues his frantic sprint across the airport grounds. He easily climbs over a nearly 8-foot-tall barbed wire fence, a feat of athleticism fueled by adrenaline and fear. Once on the other side, he disappears into a large sunflower field that bordered the airport. And then, nothing. He vanished. That was the last confirmed sighting of Lars Mittank. An extensive search was launched immediately. Police, search dogs, and even drones combed the sunflower field and the surrounding area. The field was vast, dense, and difficult to navigate. The summer heat was intense. Despite the massive effort, no trace of Lars was ever found. Not his clothes, not his shoes, nothing. It was as if he had been swallowed by the earth itself. So what happened to Lars Mittank? The theories are endless, and each is more unsettling than the last. The first theory centers on his head injury. Could the blow he sustained in the fight have caused a severe concussion, leading to paranoia, confusion, and irrational behavior? A brain injury could explain his fear, his frantic phone call to his mother, and his sudden panic at the airport. Perhaps he ran into the field in a state of delirium and succumbed to the elements. Another theory suggests that Lars was genuinely in danger. Did the men from the fight follow him? Was he trying to escape a real threat? He told his mother 4 men were after him. The airport worker's appearance might have been a coincidence, but for a terrified Lars, It could have been the final trigger. This theory suggests he was running from people who intended to harm him, and they may have caught up to him after he fled the airport. There's also the possibility that Lars wanted to disappear. Some have speculated that he might have wanted to start a new life, leaving his old one behind. But this seems highly unlikely. He was by all accounts a normal, happy young man with a steady job, a girlfriend, and a close relationship with his parents. He had no known financial troubles or reasons to abandon his life. And why would he leave behind his passport, phone and money if he were planning a new start? For years, his mother, Varna Mittank, has tirelessly searched for her son. She has managed a Facebook page dedicated to finding him, which has gathered tens of thousands of followers. Every few months, a new sighting surfaces. A truck driver in one country, a homeless man in another. Each lead brings a flicker of hope, but so far all have turned out to be cases of mistaken identity. The family has hired private investigators and offered rewards, but the trail remains cold. The case of Lars Mittank is a perfect storm of unanswered questions. It's a story that stays with you because of the visual evidence. We can see his fear. We can watch the moment his journey home turned into a race for his life. The airport, a symbol of modern, controlled, and monitored spaces, became the backdrop for his complete and total disappearance. He ran out of the frame and into a mystery that continues to baffle investigators and armchair detectives around the world. What do you think happened? Was it a medical crisis, a criminal act, or something else entirely? Beyond that sunflower field is where Lars Mittank reached his vanishing point, and where the truth still disappears from view. The video of a young man running away forever serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes, even in our hyper-connected world, a person can simply vanish without a trace. Thank you for watching. Lars ran out of frame, but the mystery remains. Subscribe for more fascinating mysteries and share your thoughts on this story in the comments.